If you really want to know someone, don't ask them to come to your studio. Meet them where they become who they are, where they've learned, where they've failed, grown, and discovered what matters most. You know, when Nash and I launched He Said, Son Said, we thought we were creating a podcast all about sports. But then we stepped onto a soccer field with a coach and an entrepreneur named Pedro. We didn't leave talking about soccer. We left talking about family, about purpose, and about the people and the places that shape who we become. That's when it hit us. The best conversations don't always happen in a studio. They happen where people are most themselves. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take the microphones there, to the places where people have become who they are. Because when you meet people on their turf, you don't just learn what they do, you discover who they are. This is He Said, Son Said, presenting On Their Turf. Today we're stepping into the world of Ashanti Robinson. You know what? We showed up expecting a workout, but what we found was something much bigger. It was a conversation about confidence, fatherhood, trust, and the people who help us become the best versions of ourselves. This is On Their Turf with Ashanti Robinson.
Good morning.
All right. Tell me about you. Like, give me the Ashanti.
So, good morning, everybody. My name is Ashanti Robinson. I'm born and raised Miami, Florida. I am a proud father of 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter. My son, his name is Braden. He's 12 years old. He is a rising 7th grader. My daughter, her name is Delilah. She is 6. She's a rising 1st grader, and she is also my supervisor. So,
I love that.
I definitely am a fitness specialist. I do everything under the umbrella of fitness and physical education. I've been in the field for a very long time. I have a fun story. I've been training folks since I was 12 years old. Currently, at the time of this interview, I am 37. So, yeah, you do the math. My dad himself, he owned a gym, a boxing gym. So
Okay.
that is also one of the many hats that I wear. My dad has had me in the boxing gym since I was 5 years old. And he did that for me to, for multiple reasons. One, to make sure I don't sit on my butt during the summertime, and also to be disciplined and have self-defense as something that, I can have in my back pocket whenever I would need it. But of course, I can count on like one hand how many fights I've had outside the ring, compared to, just being outside, like, hey, I know how to box, let's fight. That's not me.
That's not you.
That's not me at all.
No.
The other 2 sports that I grew up playing were football, that's my love, and then track and field. So
Okay.
boxing was to help me stay disciplined and self-control. Football is my love, is where I, alleviate all my stress. And then track and field is to keep me fast and agile. So most of the bigger players that were trying to tackle me couldn't catch me, and I would be very elusive. So 3-sport athlete, but all in all, I run a business now. MKO Fitness is a mobile fitness company that is here in the RTP area, and we are also virtual. So we're international is what I tell people. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, we can reach you. And I just like to use my my God-given talent to help people to overcome a lot of things, man, like anxiety, depression, improve their confidence, as well as, let them know that I use fitness as an outlet to help people to understand that we can decompress. And, being a male, I don't have that many male clients, but we as men are conditioned to suppress a lot of our feelings. So, me as a person of the fitness field, I'm always big on mental health and, trying to tie it in with physical health as well. So that's all I got for you right now.
I love it. It didn't take long to realize this wasn't going to be your typical workout. Every drill came with a lesson.
Start down here, fellas.
Okay.
So this is the agility ladder. What you want to do is, when you're attacking the agility ladder, do it with confidence, but you're going to be on the balls of your feet. When you're on the balls of your feet, that means your heels are elevated. So what I tell my male clients is, you don't want your feet to be too close together. You want to let them breathe. And you know what I mean by that? That means let your nuts breathe, okay? So we're here. You want to make sure that you are having your heels elevated and you're on the balls of your feet, but you don't want your knees to be hyperextended. You want them to bend. If they're hyperextended, you're more than likely going to lose. You said it. Don't douse yourself.
I know. You do it first. I need to watch it again. In, out, out. Out. Wait. In,
But you
out.
gotta stay on the balls of your feet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get the pattern.
So it's stepping in, out, out.
In,
out, out.
Like that?
In, out, out.
Or like
in,
in,
out, out.
out.
In,
In.
out, out. In, out, out. In, out, out. In.
Yep. Okay.
So look, I'm gonna show you how I guide my clients whenever they have a brain fart when it comes to this one. All right. So you're gonna be right here, okay?
Yeah.
Your responsibility is the bottom part.
Yep.
My responsibility is the hands. You're gonna take my hands and I'm gonna be turning your arms.
Okay.
You're doing the in, out, out part.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
In, out.
Come on, keep going.
In.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's all you needed was a partner. That's all he needed was a partner.
Oh, Ashanti, I didn't know you'd be my dance partner today.
You let me know what the reception looked like. I see it. I get it now. You definitely let me know what the reception looked like. Okay, work your arms. You got the bottom part already. Biggest myth. Cardio is the key for everyone. That's not the case. Like you should not do too much cardio because then you're going to like lose your muscle tone.
Right.
And essentially that's what you need. You need more muscle tone than anything. Cardio definitely helps you to lose the fat, but you also want to still be cognizant of you like losing the muscle at the same time.
Right.
So don't be a what I call it, a cardio head. Like, oh, I'm about to go run 7 miles. I run 7 miles a day. Why am I not losing weight? Why am I? Well, it's because you're losing the weight, but your body's like, yo, we got to do something else to kind of switch it up because it's used to doing the same thing every day.
That was my problem. I ran way too much. I was a cardio head, and I didn't think about needing muscle mass, and now it's like
you need it.
I want to be able to get myself up off the toilet.
So, Ashanti,
yes, sir.
why do people struggle with consistency?
Yeah. Why do people struggle with consistency? That's a good question.
When it comes to fitness,
Yeah. Like,
so the reason why people struggle, this is my theory, it's because we all have a comparison chart. We compare where we are now to what we used to be, right?
at any stage.
At any stage. So it's always me always asking the question during an assessment, you know, what do you want to weigh? Like, what is your magic weight? They give me that number. And, you know, I said, so when's the last time you've ever weighed that? You know what I mean?
Right.
And they'll reflect back on, you know, I was in the best shape of my life when I was this age. When I was, you know, I was dealing with this, I didn't have kids, or, you know, I was in grad school or something like that. So they go back to that time frame, and they are like, damn, life was so good for me, or life was so great for me, or life sucked. So it's just more along the lines of that affects your consistency, because you're like, man, where I am now, I don't have that same drive as I did then.
Right.
So to be consistent now is just like, that's a version of myself I know that I've lost and I feel like I can't attain anymore. So it's my job to let them know that that person is still there. You just have to do more things to kind of like encourage that person to show up. It's similar to whenever you get in a car. You don't just get in a car and just drive 70 miles an hour. You got to let it warm up.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Right? You got to let it warm up. So it's more.
It's like Nash learning to drive. You don't start on 540.
Right.
Oh.
You start in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, start in the parking lot.
Correct.
Then you move into the neighborhood.
Correct.
Man, I started at PNC Arena, so.
But you still, you start in stages, though. It's just one of those situations where folks are just like, man, I need to get back in shape. I need to get back in shape right now. Or I need to get in this dress. I got to.
At first, I thought my biggest challenge was going to be keeping up. Turns out it had nothing to do with fitness at all. It had everything to do with confidence.
Listen to me. You have to push off of that heel.
Yeah.
You have to push off of that heel.
Yes.
The heel, not your.
The heel. The heel.
I know. I don't know if I trust it.
I know. I see your face. You're grimacing already.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do?
Yep.
Slide this foot here. No, I'm sorry. Put your heel there. Yes. And bring it and align it with your belly button. Now listen.
Yeah.
You're only going to drive from that part.
Okay. All right.
You're going to be okay, Dad.
You're going to be okay. You're going to perform one, and I'm going to help you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, pull.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I know. I don't trust it yet.
Okay, sit down.
I'm still learning how to trust it.
That was a good one. How did it feel? Did you feel pain?
No, a little sharp, but it's
the scar tissue.
Yeah.
Right. So that was an exercise that will help you to strengthen
right there.
There, right? This part is fine.
Yeah.
All of that is fine. You're able to do it, but that's a mental thing.
Oh, I know.
You're working through that.
Yeah.
So you have to focus on alignment. So whenever you're working on this side, you want to make sure that you align it properly to stand up, because if you're off, like if you try to push off with the hip, that's when you're gonna start feeling like you're gonna tear it again. Right? Yeah. But right now you're battling.
And I know my head, it's not good. It's in there. Nothing's gonna happen to it.
I mean, so it's, naturally we're gonna go ahead and do things like, for instance, like whenever you're trying to do that side of your foot, that side of your body, you're telling your body to brace for impact, because you know you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
But you didn't just fail just now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's more along the lines of you having to gradually ease your way back into it.
Agreed.
Right?
What does this do for people?
5. Hold on. 6. 7. Okay, keep counting. 8. All right. What this does is it works on hand-eye coordination, but it also lets me know what type of person you are, right?
Okay.
So if you have laser focus, you're going to catch the ball every time. But here's the thing. You hold your breath when you're doing it.
Oh.
You were just doing it, and so was he.
Wow.
So you all have to realize when you're doing that, you have to find peace in catching the ball. But understand, it's working on your hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
But you also have to allow oxygen to get to the muscles.
So whenever I exercise, I don't breathe.
So I call it the sniper syndrome. Whenever snipers are aiming down the scope, they do what before they pull the trigger?
They breathe.
Hold their breath, right?
Oh, they hold their breath.
So it's similar to a sniper looking down the scope. So if you're a person that is very intentional with everything that you do, and you're like you self-assess a lot. So everything you do, you're trying to be as precise as you can. Nothing's ever perfect,
right?
But you're trying to be as close to perfect as possible. And being as close to perfect as possible, you forget to do all the basic things.
Yeah.
Tie your shoes.
Yes.
Breathe.
Yes.
Simple.
Yes.
But you have to do that.
Yeah.
Regardless, right?
Yeah.
So when I do this with clients, I'm like, all right, we're catching the ball. And then when I'm throwing it and I just say breathe, you're like, oh, I wasn't breathing? So now you're like, damn, now you're going to be aware.
The more time I spent with Ashanti, the more I realized these lessons didn't begin in the gym. They started much earlier. They started with the father who taught him far more than how to throw a punch.
So what surprised you most about being a dad?
I think I'm good at it. Like everybody tells me, like, yo, you're such an awesome dad. And I'm just like, am I? I'm a clown. Like, I am a clown. Like I'm not gonna say I was the class clown in high school and through college. Like, but I'm a jokester.
You got personality.
Yeah, and it's like with my kids, man. They, like I said, they're the female and male version of myself, so they're clowns as well. So it's just one of those, like, yeah. I mean, being a dad is it's amazing. Like it's an honor, first of all. So it's definitely an honor to be a dad, but it's just like, yo, I have to sign field trip forms. Like I have to adult.
It's real. You have to adult.
I have to adult. Adulting is just like, it was not what I signed up for. Y'all gonna do one more set of 10. That's so crazy to me. What about you?
What surprised me?
Yeah.
I did the same. That I was actually, because I was never a baby guy.
Me neither. I wasn't a guy that would say, I want to have 4 kids.
Right.
Like, I've never said that.
When I was horrible holding babies. Like I was awkward.
So the funny thing with my son, I held him like he was a football. So like,
I bet.
The beginning stages of his life. As soon as they say, all you got to do is make sure his head is cradled, I said, that's it? I said, okay, his head is right here. And I'm just walking around with him like this, like he's a football the whole time. Like, yep, doing stuff around the house. I say, yeah, nah. Especially when I used to wrap him up, what they call it, swaddling him or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I used to wrap him up like a burrito.
There you go.
Just carry him like a football.
There you go. Who's your biggest influence growing up?
My dad.
Yeah. What was he like?
Fitness head. My dad was an amateur wrestler.
Yeah.
He's a blue collar worker. My dad used to run miles. My dad used to wake me up at 3 a.m. to go running, even when I didn't want to go run.
I bet.
And the crazy thing was, as a kid, I was frustrated that he would have me up. So, when you're a kid and you're growing into your hormones, you'd be like, man, I want to be upset right now. So I was upset with my dad about having me get up at 3 a.m. So I would make sure he leaves me because he wouldn't wait for me. He'd be like, look, man, you got to keep up with me because I got to get my miles in. And we would run down the trail, and he'll pass me going back, and then he'll go get his truck to come and watch me run the rest of it by myself. And I would hide on the trail to make him feel guilty, to make him like get out the truck and come and look for me, but he never did.
Ashanti,
Yes.
what has becoming a father like basically like giving more appreciate of your dad? Like what is like
How is being a father made me more appreciative of my dad?
Yeah.
The importance of time. My dad worked multiple jobs like myself, and he will always find time to be there for me at my events, whether it be, football, football. So if it's like track meets, like when I got to high school, at that point, my parents kind of looked at it like, you're a teenager.
Yeah.
You pretty much don't want us to be in your, riding your coattails and checking for you. So we're not going to come to your track meets. But, all the meets that, all the things that I've done as a kid, like my dad was there. Like I have several photos of like games and things of that nature. My dad was so connected to the community that, and one thing about my dad is Jamaican. So he became a U.S. citizen in like 2001.
Okay.
But he's been in the States since like the 80s, right? 70s, 80s.
Okay.
And, he knew nothing about American football, but he knew about working hard and training and things of that nature. He was a gym rat.
Yeah.
So, instead of becoming like a coach, he became a dad that would show up to the games with oranges and apples and bananas.
Yeah.
Mind you, we're in Miami, we're in South Florida, so the sun is just as hot as it is right now because we're close to the equator. So, to this day, I have people that, reach out to me on Facebook like, man, I remember your dad used to always bring us those oranges and fruits during halftime and everything like that. And I was just like, I would always say to him like, Dad, why do you do this? Like, why do you care so much? He was like, because there's certain kids who have a dad that can't do it.
Yeah.
Right. And this time that I share with you is also, like my way of giving back to the community and sharing with them.
I love that.
Me being, a true testament to him, like I do the same thing. Like I mentor at, this all boys camp for 7 days. And I talk to them about the importance of public speaking and how it can make you a better person. And as men, like I said, we are conditioned to suppress everything. So if we keep on suppressing everything, that means we don't know how to communicate. So ultimately, when you're becoming a man, you got to be able to communicate how you feel and what your feelings are and how things make you feel. But try and do it in a way where you don't have to come off as upset, because most men only know happy or upset, no in between.
Yeah.
Like we operate in a world where there's no balance, So my dad pretty much did that, and he did the best he could. Not saying he was perfect, but he did his thing.
Every coach leaves a mark. Every parent does too. Long after the workouts are over, long after the games are finished, those lessons are what people remember. I wanted to know, what legacy did Ashanti want to leave behind?
What do you hope people say about you at the very end?
Woo! This is the joke that I always say. Like, whenever it's my time to go, and folks show up at my funeral, I don't want anybody to be crying, because I'm probably gonna have like a pre-recorded YouTube video of me cracking jokes or something like that and telling people just, hey man, why are we in here crying? Like, y'all knew I was gonna die someday. Like, why are we even surprised by this? But what I want people to say about me is that I have always been I've never been stagnant. I've always tried to find a way to improve myself and the people around me. And if the thing that's just, Ashanti was always working on himself. Ashanti was always trying to make others around him better. Ashanti was always a caring individual. Ashanti always put others before him. Like, it was, I'm just the definition of loyalty. Like, that's really what I want people to say, because that's who I am. Like, if you are somebody that I care about, you are unfortunately stuck with me. And I have no problem with telling you that. Like, if I really, rub elbows with you on a consistent basis, you are stuck with me in a good way, because I got your back, right, wrong, or indifferent. Now, if you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong, but I still let you know I'm gonna guide you through this process of you recovering from being wrong. But you're still wrong.
Every story keeps moving. Every coach keeps learning. Every parent keeps growing. Before we wrapped up, I wanted to ask, Ashanti, what comes next?
As a brand, my brand has been around for 8 years, but I tell people I'm the best kept secret, but joining a networking group, BNI has definitely helped me to put myself around people who did not know who I was, and I'm essentially the same person I've been this entire time.
Yeah.
Letting people know what I been doing, and just a lot of doors have opened for me, a lot of opportunities have presented itself, and I'm just excited about what's to come. Just I think the fall is where I'm really gonna take off. So I like we're in July, so August on to the end of going into 27, I think I'm really gonna have mobile trucks. You're gonna see my logo all over the place, and
I love it.
doing a lot more interviews like this, and just making myself known, a household name in a good way.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm excited about right now.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And then how can people find MKO Fitness?
On the internet. MKOfit.com.
Okay.
My Instagram is MKOFit1. My Facebook is Ashanti MKOFit Robinson. And I also have a second one too. If you see it, it says MKO Fitness on Facebook. So both of those are mine. So yeah, I'm definitely out here. You can just Google me. I say that a lot. I'm like, yeah, you can just Google me.
Just Google me.
Just Google me.
Just Google me.
I'm not hard to find. Like Prime said, I ain't hard to find. That's all I got for you.
Awesome. Well, Shanti, thank you for your time. Thank you for the workout.
Mini clap, bugs buzzing. Good work, guys.
Man, it was fun. Loved it.
We came expecting a workout, but we left with something so much more. A reminder that confidence isn't built in a single moment. It's built one step, one lesson, one conversation at a time. We cannot thank Ashanti enough for welcoming us onto his turf. Thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, just remember, sports are the backdrop. Life is the conversation.